Deficiency refers to when your intake of an essential nutrient is so low that you develop a disease of malnutrition, like scurvy, rickets, pellagra, beriberi, iron deficiency anemia. Dietary insufficiency, I typically use more accessible language like dietary shortfall or don't get enough from our diets, refers very specifically to the situation where someone is almost never meeting the dietary recommended intake of that essential nutrient, but their intake is not so low as to cause deficiency or a disease of malnutrition. The reason why we care about insufficiency is because it increases risk of just about everything that can go wrong with our health. So how does that work? Nutrients can be used as building blocks for like everything that makes us us, as energy, or as components of the chemical reactions of life, as reagents, the things that go into that chemical reaction, as cofactors, things that facilitate that chemical reaction, and they can be components of enzymes that catalyze that chemical reaction. Every biological system, the cardiovascular system, the immune system, the gastrointestinal system, etc., requires nutritional resources to do its job. Some nutrients are ubiquitous, right? B vitamins are required for making cellular energy, so they're important for every biological system. Other nutrients differ in terms of how much each biological system requires. But what happens when we don't get enough of a nutrient that a biological system needs to do its job? Is that puts strain on that biological system. Our biology is amazing. We've got lots of redundancy systems built in. That's why a nutrient shortfall doesn't automatically cause a disease of malnutrition. Instead, not getting enough of a nutrient, for example, can cause a chemical reaction to slow down a little bit, or maybe a slight change in the chemical reaction that's happening to produce a slightly different product that's not as good, but can still mostly do the job. Or maybe the same product is produced at the same amounts, but a byproduct is also made, something extra that we don't want. And what it is a nickel and diming effect. A little bit of extra strain put on that biological system. Over time, that strain, due to inadequate nutritional resources, interacts with other factors. Our genetics, our social and physical environments, our health behaviors, and that increases the risk of developing a disease impacting that biological system. Because it's not a disease of malnutrition, it's not one-to-one, but it's still a good reason for us to identify dietary shortfalls and try to make changes to our diets to remedy them. So yeah, in my content, I mostly talk about insufficiency and nutrient-dense foods that can help remedy that.